In a dramatic maritime intervention on October 1st, French special forces boarded and immobilized a Russian oil tanker known variously as Boracay, Pushpa, and Kivala off the coast of Saint-Nazaire in western France. The vessel, part of a murky fleet of ships known to circumvent sanctions, was carrying crude oil likely sourced from Russian terminals and destined for Vadinar port in Gujarat, India. French authorities have detained two senior crew members, including the captain and the first mate, and launched a judicial investigation into the crew's refusal to cooperate and failure to justify the nationality of the vessel. The investigation also includes the possibility of illegal drone launches and espionage activities after suspicious equipment was found on board. Speaking at the EU summit in Copenhagen, French President Emmanuel Macron confirmed the vessel's link to Russia's notorious shadow fleet. There were some very serious wrongdoings made by this crew, which is why there are legal proceedings in the case, Macron stated. He emphasized that the interception was a result of deliberate French intervention and hailed it as a necessary move to counter covert maritime operations that fund Russia's war effort. The decision to board and immobilize the vessel stemmed from three converging factors. The vessel was a part of a fleet designed to circumvent Western sanctions imposed after Russia invaded Ukraine. These ships operate under flags of convenience and are often owned by opaque entities based in non-sanctioning countries. The tanker was stationed off Denmark between September 22 and 25, coinciding with mysterious drone sightings over Danish military sites and airports. While Macron refrained from confirming a direct link, European naval experts suspect the vessel may have served as a launch platform or decoy for drone operations. The ship's erratic movements, multiple name changes, and lack of transparency raised red flags among NATO and EU member monitors. It was previously blacklisted under the name Kivala and is believed to be a part of broader Russian strategy to obscure oil exports and intelligence operations. The intercepted ship is believed to be one among hundreds in Russia's shadow fleet, a loosely organized group of tankers with opaque ownership, frequently reflagged and operating under shell companies. These vessels use tactics such as disabling AIS transponders. By turning off transponders, altering shipping manifest, and using deceptive routing, shadow fleet vessels can slip past coast guards and naval patrols. Fake documentation, registration under flags of convenience, Panama, Liberia, etc., and falsified logs to mislead port authorities. Change names frequently. Ships like those in the Boracay area often undergo multiple names and flag changes to avoid detection and tracking. Operate through shell companies. Ownership is often hidden behind layers of shell corporations registered in jurisdictions with tax transparency laws. Avoid traditional ports and routes. These tankers often anchor offshore, transfer oil mid-sea, and avoid ports with strict customs enforcement. Despite efforts by the Western navies and coast guards, shadow fleet ships often slip through legal and surveillance nets due to the sheer complexity of global shipping and weak regulatory enforcement in certain jurisdictions. The tanker's destination, that is, Vadinar port in India, adds a geopolitical layer to the incident. While India has not violated sanctions, its continued import of Russian oil via complex maritime routes has drawn scrutiny. The interception of this ship underscores the growing tension between Western enforcement of sanctions and the global oil trade adaptability. With legal proceedings underway in France and growing international pressure to dismantle Russia's shadow fleet, this incident may mark a turning point in maritime enforcement. NATO's Baltic Sentry operation, launched in response to similar sabotage incidents, is already monitoring seabed infrastructure and shadowing fleet movements. The EU is reportedly considering further sanctions and tighter maritime surveillance protocol.